Hey there, hi there, hello there. In the great words of Scout TF2, remember me? Yeah, you do. I'm back. It's good to be back. It's been a very long time since I've done a video. I believe it's been 3 months since I think the Animal Crossing video was the last one, but it's been much, much longer since I have done a desk video, like one of these unboxing classic Paco the Donkey-esque things. Anyway, how have you been? How have you all been? I've seen that I recently reached 200 subscribers, so that's cool. Um, as with me, I got a new computer, as you could probably tell by the monitor. I have the old Habit keyboard that I reviewed way back when, and I rewatched a lot of my videos, including the review of this, and I'm mad because I thought it said Havoc, and it says Habit, because, you know, that looks like a C, but it's a T. Whatever. Anyway, as far as my desk goes, I've reorganized it more to, there's the Peabody from Portal 2 Co-op, and yeah, so have more like game themes, like, you know, any game theme-esque thing going on. Move my mouse out of the way here. Today I have something special for everybody, that, you know, anybody who's anticipating a new Paco the Donkey video. Yes, I rebranded. It is no longer Paco the Donkey 1, because that's just a little bit overwinded, I guess. Anyway, anyone who might recognize this, it is the NECA or NECA TF2 Engineer figure, and these are kind of special because they aren't as common as they used to be, as with a lot of TF2 merch is nowadays. Um, these are very, very rare to find in stores, and I have a couple tabs open for this video on my computer here, but you'll see here I have the blue NECA Engineer figure pulled up. You see, it's like $45 mainly for just the figure in the box, and you know, a friend said that he found this at Target the other day, which is really, really freaking rare to find in a store. So it's really neat that you know, that I was able to find one in store, and it was only 25 bucks, which is really good compared to the prices I just showed you. Anyway, so here's the box. I do like the packaging quite a lot. It's very big, which I didn't expect, but the figure is large, so that's good too. I'm obviously going to take it out of the box, as I do with all my figures. What a couple oddities I've noticed with the figure, as with all of the NECA or NECA figures, they have some oddities with, you know, NG has a beard, you'll see, and I believe that was an attempt to recreate the kind of stubble that NG has on his face there, but it's a little bit too dark, so it looks like he has a beard. And, you know, as you'll see with the other figures in the set, Medic looks like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, things like that. A couple other things I've noticed. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I do believe that the toolbox that NG carries that places buildings corresponds with the team color, and it's a bit weird that he has a red toolbox and he's blue. My thoughts on this are that they just had one paint, or like they had one model slash paint of the toolbox, and they just included that in all the NG figures. You'll notice here he has a wrench, he has a pistol, and then it says bonus code inside unlocks in-game content. And for anyone who hasn't seen any of the TF2 merchandise, you just get a hat in the game. I believe it is a genuine Texas 10-gallon. I'm not sure about that. We'll see later in the video. I have Steam open, and I'm gonna put the code in. But you know, it's neat that it comes with like a free hat. And then also what's cool is the items from these figures, or, you know, anything else, like if you got a Balloonicorn, inflatable Balloonicorn or whatever, it's always genuine, which is cool. It's cool. I like that. You'll see on the bottom, I like this, it shows, you know, what all the names who were involved with the figure, you know, sculpt, fabrication, paint, prototypes, packaging, all that stuff. And onto the back here, it's one thing that I have noticed that's very blatantly obvious to a TF2 fan. It's a bit weird seeing this, because this is the classic pose. This is the poses you'll see at the end of any Meet the Team video. But the thing is, it's always red. It's never blue, and it's a bit weird seeing it like that. But I do like the extra detail. I also like how the TF2 logo, instead of being orange, it's blue. And then also up here, this is the pose from Meet the Engineer. You'll see he's blue up there too. So that's a bit weird, but I do like the extra detail they have in there. You'll see he has a bio, his name, his data, birthplace, occupation, trained in, and then he has a bio right there. So you can pause the video if you want to read that. But that's basically, I believe all this information's on the wiki anyway. So enough yabbering, because it's been 6 minutes so far, just about the packaging and me. Let's get into it. As far as the NECA figure line goes, this isn't the most rare one. They still are rare, don't get me wrong, that's why they're so expensive. But I do believe Pyro is one of the more rare ones, although they all are decently rare, at least, judging by the price point, and probably, at least back when, higher demand for the figures, because the game was more popular than it is now. However, it's still popular. People still play it quite a bit, and still people enjoy the game to this day, and myself included. There was a new update yesterday, if any of you saw that. They added a crate, summer 2020 crate, with a couple new cosmetics. They fixed a bug where text chat would go over your HUD if you're using the stock HUD. So that's nice. They're still giving the game a little bit of attention, if not anything. Sorry, I'm like moving the camera all around. Have to hold it with one hand and unbox everything. You'll see that I tried my best to keep this in one piece, because I do like this insert. And then there's the engineer's card right there. I believe on the back of this there is the code or whatever for the hat. But anyway, I am going to get him the rest out of the packaging, and then we'll see you then. I got all the accessories and everything out. One thing I will say about the packaging itself is everything is there very good. Obviously these fit, like, everything fits perfectly. However, one oddity I noticed with the packaging is the fact that, see, I guess this is probably to have NG in, more tight, or the more tightly, right? But see, you'll see here from almost his knees and his like forearms down, it's all in the back. See, this is all in the front, but these are all behind, so I think they want you to cut them out with scissors or something as to not to break them, so I'll try my best at that. Anyway, that took me a few good minutes to get him out, but he is very good quality. I like it quite a lot. If my camera would focus, that'd be really cool. He has some good weight to him, which is awesome. And he's very detailed. He extension cord, little pouch, and everything else. He moves, like, because he's an action figure, obviously he has different points that he can move in. I'm not exactly sure how many points of movement he has, but I believe he bends at his knees, his feet, his forearms, probably his neck. But anyway, let's get into the accessories, because we covered the figure, and there's not much else to say about him, other than he's a very high quality figure in my opinion, and I do like it a lot. One thing that I will say I like a lot about him, he has the wrench on right now, obviously. He can stand on his own, which is, a lot of figures can't say that for themselves, which is cool. And you'll see he has the wrench right now. He can hold it really well. Obviously, it's not going anywhere. It's not just sitting in there. It's actually really tight in there. Anyway, let's go into the pistol and the toolbox next. One thing that I did notice too is this hand, the right hand, is obviously suited to fit or hold the wrench, whereas the left hand is for the pistol, and it definitely holds the wrench more snugly than the pistol. However, I still think it's cool. He could probably hold both at once, even though that's not how it is in the game. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the toolbox might open, so I'm going to take a look at that. Okay, yeah, I think my hunch is right. Yep. Cool. So I do think that is nice, because not only does it make it, you can pose this as well along with the engineer. He can do his signature pose, like on the cover art, where he holds his wrench and then has his hand on his knee, and he's stepping on the toolbox. And yeah, it is right, because see, the toolbox is blue here, and then it's red here, but it's not that much of, it's not a very big deal, or at least to me it's not. So one thing that I did notice, his leg almost seems like it's leaning out this way, whereas this one goes straight down. That might just be an oddity with this figure in specific, but this is a very nice figure overall, and if those are my biggest complaints, then I think that's pretty good. Yeah, the cord, the extension cord's a bit weird too. It almost feels like a rubber band that was like really old, and almost like, or any rubber thing in general that gets old and then it gets I wouldn't know how to describe it, like dry rots, I guess, and then it feels like it could break really easily. Although, you know, this, it's meant to be more of a collector's item or display item than anything, so that's pretty good for itself. Anyway, let's get into the code, see what we get. And I also think it's nice that he has the toolbox too, because he can hold the pistol or wrench, whatever you choose, or if you can have both. This can be decorative, but it's also nice because you can hold the extra accessories in there. But yeah, also one more thing that I noticed is the portrait of the engineer is the normal red one, which, you know, it's a bit odd to me. Like, they go through all the effort, they show the, oh, this thing's flipped up. Obviously, there's the blue logo, there's TF2, and they even have the blue version, and everything on here is also blue. And, you know, they have the red toolbox and the red shirt for the NG, which is a bit odd, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, let's get into the code and see what happens. Okay, so here we have a Team Fortress 2 Blue Engineer action figure promo. Finish that, and I guess we'll either look at our Steam inventory or launch TF2, see what we get. The card almost looks like a Guess Who card. You know what I mean? Like, set it up in your keyboard and play a game of Guess Who with the boys. You got a full set of the cards. You can play the whole time, play the whole game if you want. You got at least 9. Anyway, though, TF2 launched. Let's see what we got. Hopefully this is the thing. Yeah, genuine Texas 10 gallon. Here it is. I guess I was right. So that's pretty cool. I thought it was this hat. I don't know why I thought it was that. I'm not sure if I thought it was if I've seen it before or what. But yeah, you'll notice here it's a genuine quality, and because obviously you bought the figure, whereas like if you bought the inflatable Balloonicorn, it's, you know, genuine Balloonicorn, whatever. Yeah, I believe genuine versions of items are worth more than any normal item. So yeah, that about wraps up my review of the blue NECA TF2 Engineer figure. So here he is in his glory. Got his pistol right now. His wrench is over here, and the toolbox too. And yeah, so that's about it for my review. It's good to be back. Maybe I'll post more here, maybe I won't. I don't know. But either way, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.